Why should I write? Ah, I know. Hamlet. Our story begins in 1602 in Elsinore Castle in Denmark, the home country of Lego. Stories about a ghost on the ramparts of the castle had spread, and the watchman grew nervous. Who's there? Relax, dear friend, 'tis only I. Do excuse me, Horatio, for these stories of the ghost hath rendered me cautious. Bernardo, you fool, there is no real ghost upon these ramparts, 'tis merely story, as thou say'st. Perhaps the myth doth behold some amount of truth after all, but I must say I did feel as if I had seen him before. Why, it was the deceased King Hamlet. He bore the same face that had battled Norwegians and the Poles. Perhaps he is back to warn us of a danger to Denmark. I say we warn Hamlet, the dead king's son. He may yet be able to talk with his father. It gives me great pleasure that I have been married to the former king's wife, Gertrude. I truly mourn the loss of my brother and thy king, but today is no day for sorrow, but for celebration of our marriage. My dread lord, your leave and favour to return to France, from whence, though willingly, I came to Denmark, to show my duty in your coronation. Have you your father's word? What says Polonius? He hath begged me to allow his departure, and I hath grown weary of his insistence on the matter. I do beseech thee, let him go. I cannot see a reason for thou not to go. Leave as thou desires. How is it that clouds still hang on you? Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun. Good Hamlet, cease thy grieving, cast thy knightly colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Grieving? Thou thinkst that I am grieving merely because of my clothing. My grievances pass far beyond my attire. I understand thy pain. I feel that all sons must lose their fathers, and it is then their duty to grieve. But thou hast grieved for too long. Think of me as a father, until it is thy time to sit upon the throne. Now cease thy studying at Wittenberg. Thou must remain within the castle while you grieve. Alas, I must agree. Thou shouldst stay close enough for us to make sure that thou art recovering. Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew, or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. I had once thought that my parents did love one another, but alas, my mother hath so quickly married my uncle. I do not think it to be natural. Hail to your lordship. Good morrow, Horatio, Bernardo. What hast thou travelled here to tell me? Sir, I think we saw thy father yesternight. My father? Where? How? We saw a ghost on the ramparts. It did resemble the dead king. We had thought that it was here to tell us something. May you stay on the ramparts this night and attempt to talk to the apparition? Of course. My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. I will write to thee whenever I can find time. I am glad, but I have seen the prince, Hamlet. Look at you. His glances seem to be in desire. I pray thee, do not answer his call. Good morrow, father. Yet here lay it is. Aboard, aboard, for shame! The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. Indeed, father, I must agree. I should leave if I am to arrive in France before nightfall tomorrow. Father, if that may be thee, show thyself. I must follow him. Thou cannot. He may lead thee to harm. Indeed, it is too dangerous to go running after it. Thou art both mistaken. If this sight is real, then it seems that the soul is in fact immortal, and thus could not lead my soul to harm. Where wilt thou lead me? Speak, I'll go no further. My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself. Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold. I am the ghost of thy father, and doomed I am to wander the ramparts in the dark hours. Thou wert bidden to believe that I was stung by a serpent while I slept in the orchard, but alas, it was not so. It was murder that was fate, and thou art aware already of the villain that did upon me my injuries. Alas, it was my uncle. Claudius crept through the orchard as I slept, as I had always done, in afternoons such as that. But he poured a poison in my ear that swept through my veins, and turned my skin to scales, robbing me of my life, my crown, and my queen. It pains me more that she would marry that vile man than that I was killed by him. Alas, I can smell the morning air. I must be quick. Seek revenge on thy uncle, however thou wilt do it, but do not harm thy mind or thy mother. Goodbye, and remember me. My lord, what hast thou seen? I pray thee, do not let anyone hear word of this, but I shall change myself. I will make myself seem somewhat crazy, but do not let this sway thy word. Swear by my sword that thou shalt not tell anyone what I have said." "I swear by thy sword, sir." "And I too, sir, swear by thy sword, sir."